Check, 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 check.
Check 1 2 1 2. We're good.
Yeah. We're good. We're good.
Literally one up to the
Whoopsie.
at the when we were doing the recordings yesterday. And so Reggie went first, then Mike went, then I went, then Todd went, and it was my turn to go up. And the sound engineer, his name is Mike, but we call him Speech because his last name is Speechly. He goes, all right, go ahead and all right, you're up, like, can you talk into the mic? And I'm like, check 1 2 1 2. He's like, the mic's good. I want you to say your line. What's up, everybody?
My name is Anthony Irvin.
You beat yourself?
Yeah, CB myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Jim Green.
Don't even need a hit of traffic light.
Okay, good.
Welcome to
One Set.
Have you ever wanted to start your podcast but didn't know where to start? The One Set Bros are here to talk to you about Zencastr. Zencastr is the ultimate-based podcasting solution and now the all-in-one podcasting platform, making podcasting easy. They've sure made it easy for us to be able to record our podcast and our episodes every week for you guys. Once you've set up your account, you're simply one click away from recording a high-quality podcast with studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. My personal favorite feature is their multi-layered backups, which ensure our recordings are always in the highest quality, even during unstable web connections. And if you thought you needed multiple tools and services for your podcast, Zencastr's all-in-one podcasting platform allows you to create your podcast all in one place and distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code OneSetPod, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experience as we do with all our podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to a brand new episode of the One Set Podcast. My name is Anthony Irvin. I'm here with my buddy Jim Green. Want to let you guys know that if you're here for the first time, welcome to all our OGs. Thank you for coming back. And you guys can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, which we don't have, Instagram, and TikTok, and also right here on YouTube, all at the handle of One Set Pod. And you guys can hit us up on our Gmail, onesetpod@gmail.com. And Jim, let everybody know where they can hit us up outside of our episodes.
That would be the Facebook group One Set Fam. Again, Facebook group, the number One Set Fam. I'm under this ray of light here. I'm trying to show the shirt. I was like, I'm gonna wear the One Set shirt today. I never wear white, just shows the tiniest of stains.
Exactly. So it's like me with black. I continuously wear black shirts, but all like when you get like dry skin and certain, it shows everything. Yep. So I'm like, you're constantly just like going like this, and just a cloud of like flakes just go all over. So I try to
get the beard flakes going on. You're like,
so I'm like, get out of here. But I'm more prone to wearing dark clothes more than like light clothes.
Yeah.
But, especially in the summer, it's probably not the best. But I definitely don't do as many light clothes as I probably should.
Yeah. I mean, it's to each their own, right? Like, so we had a wrestling weekend, big wrestling weekend. And I got to tell you, I didn't get to watch most of it.
I was in and out of most of it. But before we get into this, let's just tell the audience that this is something new that we're trying, that we're going to try to start pushing our wrestling content, and we're going to keep that mostly on Fridays, but we're going to try to start moving our main episodes to like Monday. And
if there is wrestling content that we want to put out there, we're going to keep it on Fridays and probably keep that to the shorter side.
Yep.
And like, especially today, this is what we're trying. We're going to do a shorter episode, just talking about a certain topic we'll get into in a minute. And like, we'll leave our prediction episodes, post reactions all on Fridays, but we're going to try to see what Mondays are like for our episodes, are longer, like
outside of the wrestling.
Outside of the wrestling.
Yeah.
And because we wanted to try to see, we've been doing Fridays for the last 3-4 years. So we posted a couple days after July 4th, and we got a good amount of action from that. So we're like, let's try Mondays.
Let's
see what
test
happens.
Mondays. See how it
and
goes.
try to see how that goes for a couple months or so, and see what that happens. But then we know that if we do wrestling content, it would be too far outdated with how we record. So we figured just try to keep it to Fridays, keep them short. Maybe just have maybe not even like a multicam or whatever we want to do, just to try to get it out faster. And then like our regular episodes that you guys will be here, we'll have those as the same, but just move to like
Mondays.
So if you guys like that, let us know. And, it'll definitely help us out to know that if you guys feel Mondays are better for uploading, if, you guys catch things more on Mondays than Fridays, then maybe it'll work out. So definitely, hit us up in our comment section. Let us know in the One Set Fam. And, for the topic here, we're talking about the weekend, and one of the bigger topics from this past weekend was Seth Rollins' injury.
Yeah. My goodness, how many feuds was he tied up in? I think it was like 8.
Yeah.
I mean, just the memes, not memes, just like the things online, seeing how many people that he was tied up with throughout Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
They're going to have to rewrite like everything. It's
exactly.
Just, and you say 8, like obviously some of those feuds he was much deeper into.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Cody Rhodes feud is like it's not actively happening, but it's like lurking in the background kind of thing.
You can get to it at another time since Cody's on a little bit of a vacation.
Yeah.
But it definitely screws up a lot for SummerSlam. But my thought process after that started being like, there's a couple things that could happen. Obviously pushing the younger talent. That's probably a good time to push your people that may have not got the chance because of Seth Rollins' many feuds. One of my first things was, probably trying to push Braun Breaker a lot more.
Yeah, they might just speed up the process with his situation. Like
it definitely seemed like he was trying to, plant the seeds of moving away from it, but they might just, push him to the whatever to really be like, okay, well, this happened. Now we just got to, excel it to this point now.
Yeah, I definitely thought 2026 was going to be the year that we were going to get Braun Breaker like shot to the moon, because like right now, just being aligned with Bronson Reed and obviously Seth, being like the muscle of the group kind of thing.
And I think you could definitely probably put a match between Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker as your first one to really get him out of there, because it definitely seems like, Braun Breaker is more for like Seth and, very, tied to Seth and whatever. And then Braun is like still with Seth, but he's like, hey, I know my value, and, he tells me that I'm the future of this, and that was one of his promos. I know that I'm the future of this company because of Seth. He brought me in, so he can use that as fuel to really go forward, and you can get like a Bronson Reed and Breaker, feud at first to break him out of this, thing with Seth, and then just excel him. Another thing could be finally putting LA Knight on top. And I know you're still on the fence of like, especially with his promos, and I definitely agree with that.
I mean, he is like next in line. I mean, his feud, LA's feud with Seth was, I think, like a big test to see like, okay, is LA ready for championship level status. And it also just depends, like, okay, we're going to get Gunther defending. There's a gauntlet match on Raw tonight. I think it's CM Punk, Penta, LA Knight, Braun Breaker. This is obviously coming out after that's already done.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out who the number one contender is. Like, by the time this comes out, we'll know the Gunther and whoever. I do tend to think that it's going to be Gunther and CM Punk at SummerSlam. Like,
I think so, too.
I think that's the big money match if you're trying to get, like, big matches on that SummerSlam card for 2 nights.
For sure.
I think we're still going to get Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed versus Penta and LA Knight in a tag match at SummerSlam because that was rumored, talked about. I think we were supposed to get Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Like, I think we were going to get Roman Reigns returning
Sooner than, yeah.
to go at, but that also, I think, was up in the air because he's got the Street Fighter filming going on.
Him and Cody are doing that.
Yep. So, again, you got Cody Rhodes and John Cena's match at SummerSlam, and it's like, well, Cody's going to film, so Cody.
And unless Cody is going to be done his filming faster than Roman, and I don't know.
Well,
but
I think Cody might have beaten Cena, and then Seth was going to cash in at SummerSlam, and then Seth was going to have the belt at that point.
yeah, so there's a lot, like you said, a lot of different changes that has to like happen now, and it's a matter of. I think tonight is definitely, I would like to hope Seth comes out and addresses everything, and that can kind of give us a little bit of explanation to, depending on who comes out to interrupt him and, everything. And that'll kind of give us a little bit of idea to where they're thinking with either he relinquishes the Money in the Bank and we get like a fatal 4-way for the Money in the Bank again or something, like another Money in the Bank type-esque match. But I doubt they would do that. Just let him. But it's weird, like, because if his knee is really, really bad, he's going to be out for probably a year or a little over a year.
Yeah.
So do you let somebody hold? You're not going to let him hold that past another Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I would think if the injury is not that serious, they'll let him keep it, and then they won't tell us when he's returning. He'll surprise return and surprise cash in because they've never done that before.
Agree.
Right?
So hopefully if it's not that bad, then they let him keep it. But if they know he's going to be out for post like a year more, then the more better fact would just be to relinquish it and get a match out of it, to do another Money in the Bank-esque type match, and you can have Braun Breaker, LA Knight, and like 2 other people in that match to really do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Penta.
Yeah, the Penta, man. I mean, it sounds like we're gonna get Penta and Rey Fenix eventually, but I just think Rey Fenix and Andrade work so well together. But the Rey Fenix and Andrade pairing might just be to push an inevitable Andrade heel turn, and then you set up for Andrade versus Rey Fenix and get that. I just love Penta on his own. I'm like, the dude's a rock star.
Yeah,
I hate to see him relegated to the tag division. Like,
yeah, I definitely don't want to see him in a tag. If it's here and there, that's fine. But yeah, I don't want him to be dedicated to that.
Yeah.
But I just want to see him win a little bit more. But I know they're kind of just like seeing where he stands. They're kind of just letting him be the guy to let people go through. But it's probably paying his dues because he's coming from AEW.
Paying his dues, yeah.
So it's understandable, but I think since he's like definitely getting the crowd from the kids, and Penta's just like himself. He has his walk, he has the whole Zero Miedo and all that. But
he's got the aura, man.
He's he's gonna be fine.
He's gonna be fine.
And again, if it's for us older fans that are like, the dude needs to win, but for the younger people, like, they're just proud to see him every week.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be fine. It's just that I hope eventually he starts winning, and like they'll eventually slap a belt on him. Eventually, hopefully within the year or so, or more.
Better be within a year. I mean, him. Yeah. We say that about LA Knight though. Like, the both of them are late 30s. Like, I think Penta's 39. LA Knight is in his early 40s. So it's kind of like what are we doing?
Yeah,
like,
you got to definitely, like you said with Ellie earlier, that you just got to. This is the time to just see what happens. Just
pull the trigger.
Put it on him. See how he does.
Yeah.
Because he's already got. He's better than Jey Uso. I don't want to compare him to Jey Uso. He's got the crowd behind him. He's definitely got the mic skills. We know about that. He has his moments where he botches, but
you're talking
LA Knight.
LA Knight. Okay.
He's definitely got the mic skills beyond anybody else. I mean, yeah, he botches here and there with some of his promos, just like anybody. But some of them are kind of like, ugh. But I think he's gonna be fine.
I think his his main holdup is he rides his charisma so much that it gets in his way sometimes, that like he fumbles his lines a little bit because he loses focus because he's so entranced in
his mind is faster than his voice. Like he's thinking of something before he's able to speak it.
Yeah. 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 So it's tough, right? Because like we're recording this before Monday Night Raw on Monday, and we might have answers tonight. We might not. Like,
yeah,
they might just leave it up in the air because maybe they don't know what they're gonna do yet.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have another 4 weeks or 5 weeks till SummerSlam. I think we have 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So yeah, it's gotta definitely get. I mean,
it's Monday the 14th. 2 weeks from now, it's going to be the 28th, and then it's that weekend.
Yeah.
Is SummerSlam.
So, I mean, 3-4 weeks. They don't have to find out about what. They don't have to complete everything this week. But by next week, they definitely need to find out, like, if there's something moving around Seth, and either if he's keeping that, or how things are going. If they're going to be pushing somebody, then yeah, definitely within this week, they should be able to know like where this path is going to go.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's interesting is Brock Lesnar has merchandise back up on WWE Shop, so it's like,
yeah, everybody's been saying like, oh well, he's retired, but I mean, he's Brock Lesnar. You just, if he gives you a call and says, hey, I want a match, who's going to deny him from coming back?
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, he could just lay low for the rest of his life. Like, he could just never come back based on all of the things, right? I mean, he's got nothing left to prove. It's just like,
no.
Yeah, hey, let me get in there. And it's like, does TKO want to pay him?
Right.
The thing is like, TKO knows you put Brock Lesnar in, it's going to put eyeballs on the freaking screen. Right.
Absolutely. That's why saying that, even if he just lays low, but he just comes and says, hey, you got anything for me? Like, yeah, come in. Let's, they'll have something because they know he's a big draw. So if they need somebody, especially in this instance, if they needed, it would be like to get somebody on SummerSlam to, fill a little bit, because now that they don't have Liv Morgan and Seth Rollins for SummerSlam, they need, I mean,
they can just get Brock Lesnar and Sable.
Right.
Obviously.
And Sable, yeah. Mixed gender tag match. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So,
speaking of the women, just real quick, shout out to the women for the Evolutions pay-per-view. I got to see pieces of it. But the overall feel, the reaction was really good from the crowd. And the reaction I'm seeing online is it's like one of the top PLEs of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it was I was for them not really doing a lot of promoting over the weeks and not really giving any focus to like what their matches were.
Definitely surpass expectations, right?
Looking at the crowd, even if they probably moved some of the crowd towards the camera angle, they most likely did. But still, I mean, I think I heard like about 8,500 people there. That's not bad for an all-women's pay-per-view.
And you got the Beyonce concert happening across the street in Atlanta. And it's on the same weekend. Like, they had Saturday night's main event the night before. So how many people?
And you had
people went to that?
A big wrestling weekend. So and I heard some good things about All In. I had Amazon Prime, but I didn't really feel like paying $50 for it. But I heard good things about it. The thing there, I mean, we won't touch too much on it, but I heard that the Tony Storm and Monet match was pretty good. So, we'll touch to the fact that on the WWE side, I didn't see the Battle Royal, which I'm really not too mad about. I mean, I don't even know.
Stephanie Vaquer winning was like, just
fine. Fine.
Yeah, it was kind of like, we knew that was coming. That's cool. That's number one contender for Clash in Paris.
Yeah.
Great.
Definitely. Props to Naomi for the cash in and getting that belt. I've been saying since she did the character change, pre into post Mania with the caution and everything, I'm all for it. I think
just glad she's getting like that
recognized
kind of,
and
that
for
kind of hype at where she is in her career now.
Yeah, because
when she does retire, she'll be able to say, "I had a really good."
Because this
I had
is
a
her
great
second big championship. Because she won it before she got released, or did she won it when she came back and then she won this one? I think she won it before she got released.
I know
she won the blue belt.
I know WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. She was SmackDown Women's Champion around then, so we're going back 8 years.
Yeah. So for her to get released, do her work in TNA, and then go back to WWE, I've been saying the fact that I think her time away was a positive thing because she was able to really work on her mic skills, work on her character and her development, and even her in-ring skills have gotten better too. So I would think she's probably the most that has prospered from being released and coming back.
Well, I think the heel work, right, has really worked in her favor so that she can be a little bit more aggressive.
Because she was always that happy-go-lucky, with the glow and everything, which it worked for her, but after a while, I'm like, okay, it got pretty stagnant.
It's tough to work as a face in the ring if you're not like a Brock Lesnar face where you're like, I'm a face because I'm just a machine. I'm like, I'm super God mode strong,
right?
So for someone like Naomi that isn't necessarily strong like that as a baby face, it's like, okay, you're fun, this is fun to watch, but as a heel she's able to be aggressive, and
where I think she definitely excels at. She knows how to be that aggressive person, and I mean, you can tell she likes what she's doing, and she's definitely putting her own work into it. So props to Naomi. I hope that she has a decent run at it. Obviously we might get her and Jade. We might at SummerSlam.
I think Jade is supposed to face Tiffany Stratton based on her winning Queen of the Ring.
That's true too.
So
she does get a championship,
unless if she goes and pulls some strings between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce and is like,
I want Naomi instead.
I want Naomi instead. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be surprised if they do that, but also wouldn't be surprised if we get Jay Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. And it's just a tricky dynamic because they're basically two baby faces, but they can also go either way.
Yeah.
From what I saw of the Tiffany Stratton Trish Stratus match, it was stellar.
Yes, I do got to give for how old Trish is, and she's still got it. She took a lot of hard bumps in that match. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Especially for, it's one thing for a guy that age, but for, a woman that age and still taking bumps like that.
She gave Tiffany
Props.
the match that Charlotte should have given her at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
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 Albeit it was a shorter match, but
Facts.
you're not going to get a lengthy match out of Trish Stratus, and you don't need to. That 8-minute match was.
Yeah, she did what she needed. She hit her spots, knew where she was, and I definitely again got to give them both props for having a really, really good match.
Yeah, and Rhea and Io, from what I saw, looked
Killed
like
it.
Just. I was skipping through because I was like, I just got to see highlights because I didn't get to watch it because it was on while I was in rehearsal last night, and then I had other things to do after the fact.
Yeah, I saw like the middle to the end of it, probably a little bit further near the end of it, like before they went out into the ring and started doing their, or they went out into the stands and did like their spots.
Literally,
out there.
when I was fast forwarding through, it stopped right before Io was about to make the jump, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah. So that was a good spot.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think they both did really good work, and the post match, them, giving respect to each other, knowing that they obviously have a lot of respect for each other, but yeah, it was a great match. I think Naomi cashing in, maybe could have been to the fact that since we're not getting a Liv Morgan, they needed another champion, and because I figured they were probably going to wait for Naomi to cash in at SummerSlam, so they were like, well, let's just push it in now, and she goes into SummerSlam as champion.
Yeah.
So they're
she,
at least working that out, if anything. I mean, it could not be the reason, but I feel it probably could be a somewhat percentage to Liv Morgan not being around, that they were like, yeah, just, because we were saying, we don't expect Naomi to cash in anytime soon, but now she has, so it's probably due to a couple things. So
yeah, I know they've been talking about when they're going to do this draft and mix up the rosters, and they wanted to do it after WrestleMania, but they had so many PLEs in sequence that they were like, we can't find a good point to put this and make the storylines finalize and transition over and all that stuff. So the talk is that they're going to do it after SummerSlam. So I was like, maybe if it wasn't a pivot because of the Liv injury, it might just be like the start of them making roster moves. Like if Naomi did the cash in on the Raw title, it's like, okay, so we're gonna get Jade and Bianca going to Raw too, because like those three have to be in a continuous feud within each other.
yeah,
that doesn't go away anytime soon. I mean, that is at least getting us until WrestleMania 42.
for sure.
Yeah. John Cena's final opponent is apparently going to be Gunther.
That's what I heard too. That's what Jen was telling me. She saw that, Gunther. I mean, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it. It's all. I know we're like.
I mean, he's running through the top people, and much deserved that. We got CM Punk. I mean, we're probably obviously not going to get Seth Rollins at this point with him.
Yeah, I mean, we got Pat McAfee, and we got
Stellar.
I mean, he's a top guy, right?
But,
oh God, I mean, they were like, let's give him Pat McAfee to start him down here.
yeah.
Like he lost the title to Jey Uso at WrestleMania, fought Pat McAfee, wound up beating Jey Uso, and then went on to beat Goldberg. So it's like, all right, give us CM Punk, give us like a big match for Gunther, and we're just waiting. We're waiting on that Ilya Dragunov match. Like that's gonna be, but you got to build Ilya Dragunov up. You can't just be like, give us that match now.
Here you go. Yeah. So, again, before we know it, it's going to be Rumble season again. And, since we're kind of doing this format now, we'll definitely have time to really build off a lot of our stuff. But we still got to go through SummerSlam. We got the fall, pay-per-views. So there's still a lot of, storylines to be told until we even get the Rumble season. But, I have nothing more to say.
Last thing I gotta say is we're getting Jelly Roll, everybody.
Stoked.
So
Not.
it is now going to be coined Summer Jam.
Yeah,
stupid.
I mean, I don't listen to his music,
Yeah.
so I mean, I respect. I mean, but seeing that I've watched a couple of his times that he's been on podcasts, he seems like a cool dude to be around.
Yeah, he really turned his life around. He's lost a tremendous amount
Tons
of
of weight, so
Yeah.
respect. But
I will say I don't like that they're tying up Randy Orton and Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre in a celebrity match at SummerSlam. You got 3 of your bigger guys, and I know people will say, "You calling Logan Paul a bigger guy?" The company sees him as a bigger guy, so
he has put his worth into it, and they've known and seen that he deserves to be out there. So, and if you don't believe it, we got 2 words for you:
one set.
One set.
And with that being said,
and cut. So yeah, guys, let us know what you all think about Seth. With his injury, what are your predictions to think about where this is going? Obviously, this is going to come out post Raw, and it'll be out the morning of SmackDown, so we won't have any SmackDown information to really say right now. But by this time is out, like you were saying, we'll have some Raw information already put out, which we don't know right now.
And again, they might not just spell everything out for us right now.
Yeah,
I
don't think so.
Which is why it was like, okay, yeah, we can talk and speculate about this because like it's not going to be after the fact and we'll know everything.
Yeah.
If we get the next week and we know everything, then we'll be like, yeah, we were wrong. Whatever. It's
right. Cool. We'll be here to correct you. But thank you all for being here. Again, this is the One Set Podcast. My name is Anthony, and I'm here with my buddy Jim Green. Catch us on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, all at the handle of One Set Pod. And Jim, let everybody know where they can catch us outside of our episodes and where they can hang out with us.
That will be the Facebook group One Set Fam. That's where we do all of we just comment and chat with people, meme dump, all the things.
Just hang out with us and talk wrestling, talk whatever. We're highly into our guitar and dance vibes right now because we're doing the 200 episode challenge. So,
and we got football right around the corner, man.
Football is right around the corner. We'll be talking some Eagle stuff. They're in training in another week or so. So getting some good stuff coming into the fall. And a lot of stuff to tie us up with into that chat. So make sure you're joining. And we'll see you on the next one. We'll have another longer episode on Monday. So this has been One Set.
This has been One Set. Love you, broski.
Love you too, dude.